All right, welcome everyone, one and all. So happy to have you here, and so happy to welcome back one of my favorite all-time guests, Janet Nixick of Consciously Flow. Janet, welcome. Thank you so much for being here today.
Aw, hi Shannon. Hi women. I'm happy to be here. It's been a while, so I'm really happy.
Yes, and a perfect time to come back under this beautiful new moon in Taurus energy. So we're in a new zodiac year. This is the second lunar cycle of like a very big year. And it's a perfect time to expand into the next level of our greatness and the next level of our commitment to our own personal joy, right? Like this is the time, Taurus, even though the sun has now gone into Gemini, we can use our mental body to reinforce the gifts of Taurus. And Taurus is still like in full bloom because Jupiter went into Taurus. And it's going to be in Taurus for a year till 2024. And Jupiter, when you're happy, Jupiter blesses you, right? When you're, and not a forced happy, but a really like an inner contentment. Like somehow you reached a point where you really feel grateful. You really feel authentically connected to yourself, who you are, your authenticity, or something that you just, wow, you really love about yourself. Like you're like, I've worked hard on this. I feel really proud of it. And I'm excited to show up in the world and shine whatever that part of you is, or your whole self, or a gift, a skill, a talent. Jupiter will really take notice and send blessings your way, like the Ace of Cups, like just pour that love, pour that happiness, pour that peace into your life. And it could be you, it could be a relationship, it could be your career, it could be your children, it could be your creativity, whatever lights you up and puts a smile on your face, that when you wake up in the morning, you're excited to get out of bed, you're excited to experience the moment now. That's a very Taurus, like stay in the moment now, slow down and breathe, smell those roses, acknowledge, the beauty that you find. It's really in the indigenous people's way of America, walk that beauty way. Really savor each thing that, lights you up, that just gives you that pause where you go, "Aw, I love that." So that's the energy that we're immersed in. That's the ocean that we're swimming in right now. So our emotional bodies can be healed in that, and they can be, lit up and fortified, fertilized, grow. So all these spring gardens, especially here in California, that we're awash with color because we've had an amazing wet winter. So the flowers are responding to that beautiful, nurturing, water to grow and just burst with color. So on that note, Janet, that's the energy. And today, just so that you know, on May 23rd, the moon is waxing, meaning it's growing and getting bigger and getting more in your awareness, pulling things out of you in Cancer. And Cancer is the sign of nurturing, family, your childhood, your inner child, way you bond and connect, especially through the feminine or through the maternal and through the family tree, ancestors, and your descendants as well. So that's where we're floating in the Cancerian moon, which is the home sign for the moon. So it's a really homey, centered, grounded Taurus, and Taurus loves Cancer. Cancer loves Taurus in the zodiac. And so it's a really happy space. And what better space to welcome Janet into our Lunar Ladies community circle. So Janet, thank you so much for contributing your beautiful soul gifts. And we are excited to go on a journey with you.
So great. So hold on, let me get this. Okay. So I want to comment, Shannon, on and women about one of the last pieces that you shared, Shannon, and then I think we're going to use everything that you just opened the portal with and lit up our grid with, and then we're going to go right on through it with this piece. So when you were sharing about, just even in California, we've had such a wet season. And so now springtime, there's all these beautiful colors that are flourishing and greens. And I mean, there's colors and flowers in my garden that are popping up that did not pop up last year when I was here, and like new blooms, and smells and aromas, and, and definitely this experience of going for walks and really being mindful and really taking that in, slowing down, being present, being mindful. And so, nature always teaches us, and we, nature mirrors and shows us how to show up, how to be, and how to learn and how to live life. And so with that, utilizing all that, in nature, all that wet, the water, and what that's done for planting the seeds and the blooms and all the colors, that it's all very heart-centered happiness and joy and elevation. We're also now simultaneously calling in all of the element of water that we all are. So all the element of water that you are, meaning all the tears that you have shed, all the emotions going along with all that the emotional pieces as well, that you've grieved, that you've felt, that you've shed, all of it, the divine feminine, the feminine that is water. And so we're gathering all of that in this lifetime, from the last couple of years, the last few years, this entire lifetime, other lifetimes, timelines. And we're really calling that to nurture your heart, to nurture the seeds that you've already planted, even the seeds that you've planted, dreams that you've planted even years ago. And perhaps they've already flourished to their full max, certain dreams. And perhaps maybe they seemed like they paused for a while because the timing wasn't quite lined up, and maybe you thought that they were done or forgotten, but maybe it was just they were needing to get nurtured from your soul, from your emotions, right, to go deeper. And now those dreams, those seeds are ready to bloom. And so we're also and then new dreams, right, new dreams, and opening up your gifts so that you have that more of that courage and that confidence, that clarity on your gifts and what you're here sharing, shining brightly, as Shannon's talking about, right? And so we're going to assist with all of this, the nature, and then to help really you to flourish. And then another piece with this is, bringing in, Shannon had mentioned to me prior to this, coming on today, about old karma that we've already kind of sown the oats of, that we've already lived in even other timelines and other lifetimes, that now we're ready to bloom, that now we're ready to receive the blessings, right, of even old lifetimes, of old karma. And so they're almost, I have chills, because it's like they're like these hidden treasures, right? And remembering that you've always existed. You've existed before this lifetime of conscious memory that you have in this lifetime. We've all existed before this and after, right? And so we're calling forward those treasures, right, that you're ready to receive the blessings of now. And so I think there was one more piece, but I don't remember. It'll weave in. So with all of that, and we're also going to help to clear any further like grief, loss, disappointment, old disappointments, old frustrations over maybe the way that your life has been experienced, over maybe losses that you never even thought would even happen, or old dreams that, didn't go the way that you wanted them to go or planned them to go. Right. And so we're going to also use all this element of the water to just help to wash all of that clean, and wash your mind clean and your heart clean. And so that you allow yourself to open now and into these new beginnings. And Shannon, you mentioned Ace of Cups energy in there, which is all these beginnings. It's like new beginnings, and cups are the emotions and water as well, right? So these new big beginnings, and then also utilizing the power of your mind always. But we're also cosmically supported with that to remember that no matter what's going on the three-dimensional earth plane and how much it's getting rocked and shooken up, that you have full permission. You are a creator, a master creator of your life experience. And so you have full permission to, and in fact, it's really encouraged. We're really supporting you with this. And so are your guides and your angels, to keep pivoting, keep focusing on what you're a yes to through the power of your mind, right? Through the power of your mind, just keep focused and try not to get too distracted, off track into the things that bring up fear, that you're a no to, that other people are in fear over, right? And you have full permission and you're fully supported to just keep lining back up with why you're here, heart center, your joy, your happiness, your abundance. And all of those good things. So, okay. So with all of that, it's already been lit up and activated. If you are in a comfortable position, a safe position to be able to close your eyes, then now would be a good time to do so. We're going to send all that pure light, pure Reiki energy through your higher energetic crown chakras, all the way down to where your physical body and your spirit join and meet, into experiencing this physical experience for you, right? All the way down your body, your chakras, your root, your deep root, and connecting you with Mother Earth. Activating and allowing pure unconditional love to purify your outer layer chakras, your auric field, and your force field, sealing you up in all directions in your own divine, abundant, infinite space of spirit that you are. And if you allow myself, highest self, all of our angels and guides working in support in the highest and best ways for each of us and all of us together, and for humanity as we ripple all this vibration out through the rest of the human species, then you can say yes out loud or within yourself. And right now, we're going to do some really good just cleaning. And what I'm saying is this very Hawaiian energy of the air, of the moisture, right, of the healing, of the wisdom of the land, of the elements, of the rain and rainbows, and all of that lush nature and greenery and fresh oxygen that we're showering you with from head to toe and from the inside on out. You're continuing to deepen your breath, and your capacity of allowing deeper, elongated, expansive breath into the lower part of your body. And then expanding that space as it rises up and out of you. And in this, allowing the rain and the light to just literally wash away debris, residue from dense energies, fears, old emotions, the past, ancient or old DNA, family of origin, lineage, trauma, right? Societal, systemic trauma, and individual trauma and grief, limitations, oppressions, shame, and just allowing all that to be washed clean, and for the rain and the pure light to take it from you, out of you, sending it straight back into the light. And it gets recycled into light outside yourself, not to return. And if you're a yes, then say yes. Good. And then bringing you even closer within to that Cancer home. That home sign of the moon. It's all within you and surrounding you, nurturing you. So even if you don't feel so much belongingness in your current life experience, right? You're always home. Home is within. And the more that we connect into those deeper places of home within regularly, the more then you also bring out those experiences into your actual life. And you are worthy of all of this. You are worthy of belonging, of being protected, supported, connected, and being a part of the greater whole. You already are a part of the greater whole of all that is, and of the collective. And you are worthy of allowing yourself to really feel it, to really embody it. If you're a yes, then say yes. And allowing your exhale to take you deeper within, reminding you that you're protected and safe, you're held and connected. And so we're gonna now, as all that energy is flowing through you, tune into some mindfulness here. So right now, just allow yourself to be present with your experience right now. There's no judgment. It's just awareness. There's no thinking about it. Simple awareness. Bringing your awareness to what your body is feeling right now. And perhaps like, what does your feet, your ankles, your knees, your legs, your abdomen, your heart, your shoulders, your neck, right? Your head. What are those sensations? Not judging, just being aware. You're not changing it. You're just being aware. It's all perfect. Whatever it is you're experiencing, we are accepting. And you're simply noticing. And noticing what your breath feels like as you allow it into your body and as you allow the exhale out. You're not efforting or changing your breath. You're allowing, and you're bringing your awareness to the presence of your breath, the point at which your breath enters and exhales. And allowing, if you notice any thoughts that you're thinking, there's no judgment in that. Just allow them to just roll through your mind without attaching meaning or resistance. Just allowing. Noticing. And simply when you are aware, you just simply bring your awareness back to your breath. Back to your body. The presence of your spirit occupying yourself. And noticing any sounds near or far. Simply noticing. You are safe, secure, protected, held. You are loved. Noticing any other sensations, tastes, smells, temperature. If there's any, notice the air. Noticing sounds again. And noticing your breath. And your thoughts. And breathing deeper into your abdomen. Deeper whale breath of wisdom, of health, of wealth. And so we're allowing, with the assistance of your spirit team and your karmic team, integrating in highly effective and efficient ways all the karma and all the experiences and relationships, soul contracts and agreements that you have experienced, integrating them, whatever is completing, letting go, releasing, letting go of what doesn't serve you, and allowing in what does. And we're calling across all lifetimes and timelines right now, that which is in your highest and greatest, any blessings and gifts for you, soul agreements, soul relationships, boons that you're ready for now. And to allow yourself to into your heart space into your body. Good. And through your thoughts and your mind now. And if you're a yes, then say yes. And focusing forward. So always continuing to feel your emotions that are healthy for you to feel and that are necessary for you to feel in ways that are efficient for you as you continue to flow forward on your path in life. You have full permission. You have full permission to up-level your DNA, your lineage, society, systems of society. We do so together as well now. If you're a yes, then say yes. Up-leveling and creating equity. Equal playground here. We are all one. We are all connected. We are all equal. And deepening that now within all of us, and reverberating that outward onto the planet, on the three-dimensional earth plane, and within the hearts of all humans, which is ultimate truth. And if you're a yes, then say yes. Good. Deepening your inner peace, your self-assuredness, your confidence, your worthiness, your value, you. And really owning who you are, your gifts. And we're all here on the planet for very specific divine reasons, purpose and value, and allowing yourself to tap into that now, to allow clarity and embodiment now. And if you're a yes, then say yes. Good. And then we're going to also do more waves of releasing guilt and old shame. Any shame you've generated yourself, any shame that was passed along or dumped onto you that you've absorbed, any of it, just letting go of it now, sending it straight to Mother Earth. And Mother Earth takes it from you and will shift that in, use that as fertilizer for the human species to elevate the human species. So what was once deep hidden shame is now alchemized by Mother Earth to elevate the human mind and the human heart and our human EQ. And if you're a yes, then say yes. And you are worthy, you are deserving, you are abundant, and you have full permission to align, to continue to bring yourself back to the present moment, to be present, and to, in that space of presence, in the moment of the now, each day, throughout the day, keep returning back into this space. You will see just how abundant you already are. You will see the truth. You will allow even more. You will embody even more of your abundance, of your wealth, of your love, of your spirit. And you will shine that out and share that even more within your life, your families, your friends, communities, this planet. And if you're a yes, then say yes. And so we're allowing a few more waves of this pure Reiki energy flowing through you. And this purification from head to toe and from the inside on and out. Expanding your space, deepening your value, your connection within, your belongingness. And we're asking for grace and ease for all shifts and changes that have been made today and continue to. The energy will continue to move and flow through you as needed. You are fully supported. You are worthy. Good. And then maybe perhaps either imagining it or physically placing both hands on your heart space, or one on your abdomen, one on your heart, one on your sacral chakra, one on your heart, wherever your hands feel called to be, calling you home within your spirit, your heart, your joy, your love, your play, your light. And now and flowing forward in your life. And then allowing all your energy to root, to center, to ground. Dive into that, feeling safe, your root feeling so secure. Remembering life is working for us. So remember that no matter what it may appear to look like or feel like, life is working for us. Life is working for you. And you have permission to believe this, to allow this. And we're holding you into your ankles and your feet, just earthing you, literally grounding you. And then allowing another couple breaths into your abdomen, your diaphragm, your lungs, through your heart space, on up, on out. And so we're continuing to earth you, ground you. And reinforcing your energetic protective ring of divine light that's always protecting you, divinely hugging you, nurturing you, nourishing you, mothering and fathering you divinely in all the ways that you've always deserved, in all the ways perhaps that you've needed. And allowing you that now and always, wherever you are. And if you're a yes, then say yes. And just taking your time whenever you're ready, just with slow, gentle movements, begin feeling into your feet and your hands and your arms. Maybe making slow, open movements with your body. And being present with gravity that holds you and the space in the room that's always supporting you. And just whenever you feel ready, bringing your awareness back in by opening your eyes gently and remembering you are home. You are home.
Janet, thank you so much once again. You bring the healing powers from a whole other dimension that just help break down barriers. So great. Thank you. I'm so excited to hear how everyone experienced this beautiful healing journey. And this places, like, I'm always amazed, Janet, the places that you bring us to. You know, if there's just like these doorways in reality that you don't really know are there until someone who has authentically walked through them can find and point them out, you know. So very beautiful. I loved I love, you know, the visuals, but also the somatic places that you invite us to experience and be with. it's just so interesting. The body is such a beautiful instrument to help, and you know, it's a living library, right? So it's just so cool to go, okay, I feel tightness here, and I'm gonna sit with that. What am I holding on to? And what is it that I'm blocking or unconsciously not realizing that I'm not allowing myself to receive? So yeah, so from just a little of my own experience was, um, you know, the space that you created, the sacred space for us to all gather in, you know, I got a healing symbol. So, you know,
Mm.
yeah, that was so cool. I was like, ah, I needed that. And I'm gonna work with that. And so I was in that space with the healing symbol. And then it was just showing me what, okay, I'm holding on. And then when I said hello to the holding on, then that opened the next space, which was, oh, you're not even allowing yourself to receive. And then that opened up to like, well, here's earth energy, draw it up. And what do you feel? And it was just so magnificent. And I'm like, oh, there's no earthly reason to not feel this way. It's all, you know, for us, each one of us, to have this connection and this, you know, blessing and nurturing and caretaking, and it's always there. It's just, you know, find your yes to it. And like Rumi says, find all the ways you say no to it, and just remove those no's. And then the yeses are just automatic. But yeah, so thank you. I just wanted to share a little bit of what I experienced, and you know, and I'm excited to hear everyone else's journeys, but they're always what you do is always so potent, and it's so fast. It's amazing.
Mm. Thank you for sharing your experience too, Shannon, because I think that it's this process of what you were sharing is that, oh, you could just, we have this available in any moment. And of course, it can be hard at different times to align into this space. And for myself personally, I definitely need a lot of assistance for myself personally, right? Like, you know, and sometimes it's easier than other times to tune into these spaces and to actually allow ourselves to go deeper and not resist and not try to run away from, but just to simply, you know, allow with that awareness to just, okay, just be present in this experience. And then that's going to open us and lead us into that next sensation, which opens us into that next, like you said, doorway or pathways, right? And it never ends because we're infinite. Just like, I mean, we just keep going on and on and on. There's always more layers. There's always more. And that really helps us the more that we practice that. Not only is it deeply healing, and to me, I mean, so much fun, and you know, but also it teaches us how to show up in that way in our lives, even just emotionally or in relationships, or how to walk through, how to take action steps in alignment with our dreams, right? Because there's going to be resistances, or there's going to be challenges along our path in sharing our gifts or sharing, you know, living our dreams. I mean, that's, you know, and so this practice can really show us how to just, it's normalize it all and just be present even more. And then we'll move and flow to the next level and to the next level. Or emotionally, okay, we can feel that emotion and it's temporary, no matter how painful or hard it is, or we're resisting it, we can feel that depth of it. And then we let go. And then before we know it, we're in a next level of it and it clears. Right. And so, and it's really a courageous act. And so I appreciate all of us here together and getting to do and, you know, really sharing these practices together, because especially just the momentum and the power in a group like this is just so powerful and so fun. And all, as always, all of the work that we do here together, we ripple it out to humanity. We ripple it out to the rest of our individual lives. We ripple this out to the whole human species to help elevate the consciousness of the human species, which is, remember, this is what's happening right now on planet Earth.
Yeah, Janet, you really just put into like a beautiful statement of the Pluto and Aquarius journey that, has just begun. Really, it's going to really take hold next year. But it is when we gather in groups and we do, the work together, and we find joy in it, and we find more power to transform, because it's a group experience, that each individual is empowered even more than walking, solo by themselves. But when you find the group or groups that you really love being a part of, and that you feel free to contribute and to receive from, that is the great work moving forward for humanity. Like, we're all going to be contributing our individual ways and fulfilling our purposes that we came for. But if we find a community or communities where we find like-minded, like-hearted souls, like our birds of a feather flocking together, then we can do such a greater impact within the group mind of humanity, or the group heart, or the group soul. What is it? That band, Collective Soul. There is a collective soul, which we are all connected to. And then if you're doing your soul walk and talk, and you find other people that are doing it and do it together, like, that is nature. So thank you for really seeing that.
And then with that too, these times of being so independent and isolated, we're changing that. And I think we've understood that through the recent years around, and still a lot of people feeling that isolation and that independence, and like to points of like loneliness, isolation, right? I think like we're, as a collective understanding, and especially in the US, there's a lot of value in independence and art in this country that I thrive for, and I love, and I partake in, and also it's also, though the culture has been very isolating and independent, and we're, and it's making humanity sick. Just that piece alone. And so right now, and I a lot of people, it's like, if you feel, I just want to say, if you're feeling like you don't belong in places, you're releasing a lot of relationships and friendships or partnerships, or you're not alone in that. I mean, this is what is just, it's what's happening. And if you're feeling like, like, it's also helping us to really understand just the value of this collective soul, collective, connection, right? That's preparing us for what you're talking about, Shannon, like in a year, like kind of like what's coming into being. So this is an important time, and what will continue to be, that actually just have hope, really have hope that it's not over yet. This isn't the ending point of it all. Is continuing to move us into deeper connection and relation with each other and collectively, and then as a species. So I'm so glad that you said that, because it's such a good reminder, and even for me as well, to be like, yay, that's right, that is what's happening, because it can feel very like, what's going on here? Yeah. This is really hard right now.
Yeah, exactly. And to realize that the things that are happening kind of behind the scenes are really what we can pay attention to. That it is woven with this sense of hope and light and joy and happiness, and it is about community and being together. So isolation is so last whatever. So last year, right? Or last 2020, whatever, right? It is about being together
Mhm.
body, mind, and spirit. You know?
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So Janet, what are you working on with us? I am a part of Women Evolving. I love your group experience, the monthly subscription experience. I invite everyone to check it out. But what would you like us to know? What you're working on now?
Moving in from all of that and then moving into this with Women Evolving and the group that we have, I invite any of you who feel the call, this is for women or people identifying as female, to be a part of. And it's really convenient. It's a really convenient way to really receive your energy work and to feel connected, even just energetically in this like-souled, like-minded, group of women. And it's affordable. I know, especially during these times right now, that's important too. So it's also affordable, and I love it. I feel I've been doing this group for, I don't know now, like 6 years. And some
Yeah.
very evolved in different ways or whatever, but it's been, and I feel like in certain ways, I'm like, oh, we're just getting started, because it's ready to kind of pick up more momentum as well, because and it's really another piece about it is I really emphasize, so we have a private Facebook group page, which is optional. I have women in the group who are not part of that Facebook group page at all. So it's optional. But it's really designed where you can still get some extra support in the group, and we'll post things, and like Shannon will come in at different times. Like she'll be coming in a Women Evolving next week to dish with us about what's going on cosmically. But also it's really been designed to just be where it's not a whole lot of posting. So you're not always getting these posts and notifications, although it's there to support you, to share, to celebrate, to get extra support. But I really am encouraging, and this group does, to be less on social media and through a screen and more in your present life, right? Experiencing life just greater and greater and greater away from social media and away from that, and to use it in more and more balanced ways for us. It's beautiful and it's helpful, and it's necessary in our lives in certain ways in this time period, but just more and more in balanced ways. And so this group is really designed for that. Really, you're held in this container always 24/7. You're held energetically in this container for your own growth. And if you come on the calls live, or you receive the recording and you listen and receive at your own convenience, or you don't even listen to the recorded session, you're receiving through the ethers perfectly just where you are. It's so convenient. It's so easy. It's designed that way. And it also helps people. What I've noticed is, even though, like, to energetically feel to feel you're part of this circle of women, while you're on your own doing your own healing and you're living your own life and your own journey, but you're still always held in that container. You're not alone. So there's many things that I love about it. So if anyone feels called, you can go to my website and sign up, or reach out to me if you have any questions at all.
Awesome. That is so exciting. And congratulations on your 6-year anniversary. And I love that I've been getting to be part of it for, I'm pretty sure that long. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Jenny, we have women. You've been in it right from the beginning.
Yeah.
And women that have been in it right from the beginning, which I love too. And new women that come in, or then women that leave and then they come back in again,
Yeah.
so like that as well. You can stay as long as you want, or,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's the best feeling group. And I love that however you participate at whatever level, you are in a container that is holding you and loving you and healing with you. It's just beautiful what you create every month, every week inside that container.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, exactly. And it's designed that way, so no one's ever behind. It's not
Right.
like, oh, I'm
I don't
behind.
have time.
Yeah, I don't have time, or I'm behind. Never behind, because you're always receiving that support.
Yeah.
So which we all need. And so Yes.
Awesome. So I'm so happy that it is open for new members to come on over and join the container. And again, I'll list Janet's website, consciouslyflow.com again, but definitely reach out to Janet and say hello and get more of this. So she comes in so you can experience, and then of course bless us with her gifts, but it is this energy that, and more that you get to experience when you join Women Evolving.
And on the 15th, it's on the 1st and 15th of each month. So on the 15th is specifically money Reiki, abundance Reiki. So, which we're always streaming the abundance Reiki in every single session, every gathering we have, right? But that one is specifically also dedicated to our wealth, our soul wealth, our abundance, and flowing that money Reiki and really improving and loving up our relationship with our finances and our abundance.
I love that. I love that because you make an investment, you know, of your finances when you join the group, but also, you know, investment of your time and your essence. But I love that the financial piece that we invest, you make sure that it's blessed and circulating and coming back. Like, I love that. That is amazing.
Yes, always. Thank you. I love hearing you say that because it's like,
what a gift. What a gift. You know, it's like it's like buying like an Apple stock, you know, in 1977, right? Because you might have put like $100 in buying Apple stock in 1977, and all of a sudden it's worth like millions of dollars. Oh, so it's like that. It's like that.
like that. Just like that. Thank you.
You're welcome, Janet. So will we get to see you again next month?
Yeah, make that happen.
Cool. Okay, so everyone look forward to seeing Janet again. We communicate and we get ourselves on each other's calendars. So Janet, you're of course welcome back in the next lunar cycle, or anytime you would like to pop in and say hello, you're always welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And Shannon, I'll see you next week in Women Evolving too.
Yes, so. I am looking forward to that. I can't wait.
So.
All righty. Well, thank you, Janet. And thank you all the lovely lunar ladies who are here, whether live together or on the replay. It's all the same.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you, Janet. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.